understood, your work is quite surreal, quite Kafkaesque in a way. Did you have any other artists that inspired you, or it is like completely coming out of you?
Of course, I have a lot of artists that inspire me all the time, and uh, honestly, I must say it always changes a little bit. There's not like one artist who is my uh, idol, um, but there are certain aspects or pictures of artists. Um, I love to explore new artists and new art, new and go to exhibitions and see other artists' work. Um, I mean, I could pick out the last or after the lockdown, my first exhibition I actually um, went to was the Neo Rauch exhibition in Berlin last last week. So that was
So how did you decide that this particular artwork should go into for the open call of Wendy Network? How did you come up with that? Do you have other any artworks that you connect to empathy, or it's not really a topic that you normally create about?
yeah, empathy is part of, I would say, a lot of my works, but is normally not so much connected to the nature. It's more about humans, or I mean, it's I'm I'm doing the storytelling, and empathy or the lack of empathy is um, always, I think, in my work. Often it is the misunderstandings and the lack of empathy that drives my characters.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are, as a reader, see this, and maybe I think these characters are kind of autistic, everybody for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more the lack of empathy, I would say.
A lack of empathy. Empathy for whom? Um, who do you try to induce our empathy to?
Mm, I think for the other, and I guess maybe for themselves, the characters as well.
Mm-hmm. And who
It's
are the?
just
Oh, sorry.
it's sorry. I think it's just the problem to deal with the situation.
Uh-huh.
So they are always kind of busy doing stuff, but it's not that they would um, care about others so much, I would
Mm-hmm.
say.
So in the case of the birch was like a young female that was molested, and we wanted to create the and he wanted to create the empathy for that birch or for someone else.
I think for the nature in general, I think the birch just stands for um, trees or the ecologic system,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of a metaphor
Mm-hmm.
to express or to put this thought into a story.
Mm-hmm. And who is the molester then, metaphorically speaking?
Um, I don't know.
Is it humans? Is it?
I would leave this question open. I would say I can't really answer.
Okay, interesting. Yes. So I was wondering, what kind of other artistic projects are you working on at the moment, if at all?
Um, at the moment, I'm working on a project that is called Erlangen Noir. It is about the uncanny um, uh, yeah, things, or it's like uncanny stories
Mm-hmm.
that happened in the town where I live after the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this German time, like BDR German, also German West Germany.
Yes, yes.
And when you look at, I think I started this when you look at old photographs or something about West Germany, it always is very uncanny and kind of spooky and so. And I'm very I don't know, attracted by these images, and I wanted to no, not I didn't want to do it because, but I read a book about the BRD noir, and it's exactly this kind of um, feelings and this kind of uncanniness that is interested these authors of this book as well. And I thought maybe I can transform these thoughts to my town, and so I contacted two authors, and they wrote stories about uncanny
Mm-hmm.
things happened in my town,
Mm-hmm.
and I made drawings to these stories, and we have now 10 episodes, and this is what I did during the last half year.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice, very interesting. Uh, I'm definitely curious, especially if it comes out in in English, or I will learn German by the time. Let's see. Michael, why did you decide to join Wendy Network? What kind of value did you see in it, if at all?
I think it's interesting. I mean, I don't know so much about Wendy Network. I think it's an interesting, I would say, alternative or so to the Facebook, and because it is art driven, and there are a lot of other artists that connect there. So I'm curious how it is developing, and yeah, that's why I joined it. Empathy is the, the possibility or the challenge to imagine the feelings of others, right? Um, and the radical or the radicalness maybe is um, when you like totally understand or um, are maybe obsessed by the feelings of others. And luckily, I don't have this ability because it might be um, it leads maybe to insanity or so. Because I mean, uh, uh, to understand feelings of others is a good way not to hurt other people, right? And to understand yourself and to put yourself into connection to other people. But I mean, if you radically would understand or um, take other feelings as your own, then what happens to yourself? Um, Maybe that's why I thought I can interpret this question with the nature, um, because we don't know anything about um, feelings of trees, for example. So I can imagine something, um, and come up with a story easier for me than, um, if this would be another person.